Hi there, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rainbows, and today we're making glove ornaments. These teeny tiny gnomes are made from the fingers of gloves, and if you'd like to make them, stick around and we'll get started. As for supplies, all we're going to need are some faux fur, mittens, polyfill, a piece of felt, some anything string to tie acorn caps, and beads or clay or buttons for noses. And we're going to start out with our scissors, X-Acto knife, and glue gun as well. We're going to cut all of the fingers off, and then we're going to separate them so that the talls are together, the mediums are together, and the shorties are together. And that way we're going to start with this little cutie. He's the medium size. Or you can use the tall size, but he's the medium size for us. We're gonna stuff a little polyfill in here, and you don't need it too thick because we don't want it bursting at the seams, but we're just gonna tie it off a little at the top where there's a pom-pom kind of thing at the top. And we're using embroidery thread. You can use twine or anything you want. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna tie that into a slip knot or any knot of your choice and snip off the ends because this is our hanger. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the teensiest, tiniest bit of faux fur. This is Mongolian fur. If you know me, you know I love it. The link is down below. And now we're going to, where we place this matters. So we're going to put a little hot glue on the back of this guy, and we're going to put it in the center of our stuffed body slash hat. And you can see here, I'll zoom in a little bit and show you after you get it on there, we'll be able to clean it up a little bit, but we're going to attach a nose, any nose you want, a button, a clay bead, a wooden bead, anything you can think of. I often steal beads from my daughter's craft supply, or I reappropriate them. All right, so once the nose is on there, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna zoom in and show you, there's just a little fabric. It's not faux fur we're cutting, it's just little fabric. And what we wanna do is we wanna sort of cut it into an angle instead of having that harsh line, because what we're going to do after we fluff up our fur and get it the way we want it, we're going to create a hat from this little body. And then we're just going to put a little hot glue right at that corner that we cut off, and we're going to pull, just kind of squinch the piece of fabric down, and you're going to hold it there for a second before you do the other side. Otherwise it will pop up. I had some of that. But what we want to do is make sure that we get both pieces down on the sides, and it's going to give the illusion of a hat. Isn't that easy? Simple? I love it because I don't have to go get another craft supply. All right, so we're going to also add a little dollop of glue right to that nose and squish down the hat in front. To me, that's like the cutest part. Okay, so next up, and he's done. So you can put him aside or put him on the tree or put him on a package, but we're going to move on to the next little gnomie. He has an acorn hat. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So anyway, we're gonna grab the short the short little fingers, and then we're going to stuff that full of polyfill as well. And again, we don't need a ton, and I covered up these little blue stars, but if you do have patterns or anything you can get, like gloves from the dollar store, kids gloves from the dollar store, it'd be really cute if they had little outfits that had patterns on them. And as the other one, we're just going to tie this off at the top here into a knot, and then this one we're actually going to cut off the excess so you don't have to be as pretty, because we're going to, when we make our little hanger, make it a little longer, cut it off, and then we're going to thread it through the top of an acorn, because it doesn't matter if you buy the faux ones on Amazon or you go out to your yard, as long as you break the stem off, there's a little hole, and it's perfect to make a gnome hat. Okay, so we're just going to thread that through, and then we're going to attach the acorn with some glue. Careful of those fingers. I really do need to get some hot glue finger guards. That would be healthier. Okay, so now we're going to cut a tiny, tiny little piece of faux fur. And again, all of these, if you're new to cutting faux fur, you can watch how I taught to cut faux fur, or you can just realize you only cut the backing, and for something like this tiny, still cut it into a triangle so you get that nice natural shape. Okay, so we're gonna glue it right under that acorn hat. and just get it how you want it. Maybe split it if you'd like to have a little mustache. And then we're going to add a seriously teeny tiny bead for the nose. And again, you can use anything you want. These don't have to match either. But if you do get those big wooden bead, assortments at the craft store, this is a perfect craft for those. Okay, so then we're going to use the rest of that and just tie a slip knot and you're done. You can cut off the excess so it looks all clean and polished. He's done. And this may be my favorite. I think I've said that about all three of these now, but I like bendy hats. I'm a bendy hat girl. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a triangle and we're going to literally just quickly hem it, and we're not even going to flip it inside out. All we're going to do is put hot glue on one side, make sure it goes all the way up to the tippy top of the point, and then we're going to take either a medium or a long. This is a longer finger, and we're going to put a little polyfill in it. Now before we put this together, we're going to grab a piece of floral wire, and you want a medium gauge here, and we're just going to tuck it up into the majority of the hat, and then you're only going to hot glue it to a single side. So don't squeeze the hat or you'll actually squish the hat together. So yeah, we don't want that. We want a nice full hat with the wire, and then we're just going to push the body into the hat. Probably should have used the other end of that X-Acto knife, but you can use a pencil or anything you have. And again, we're going to cut the teeniest, tiniest little triangle of faux fur. Put a little hot glue on it and make sure the seam is at the back of your gnome and place the faux fur right up under that hat. Add a little bead nose. Again, can't go wrong with any choice here. And now, look at him. You can shush up his little beard and make him all fancy. I don't know why I do that with every single gnome. I don't wait till the end. I have to look and see what it's going to look like. So you can bend it, the hat sideways, you can loop it, and you can use the ornament hanger as the hat. But I decided to add a little piece of thread just with a little hot glue on the back and tied and glued on. And friends, that is it for this quick craft. Let me know below, who is your favorite? As always, please like this video. It does help us out so much. And if you loved it, please share with your friends. I really appreciate you being here. I'd love to see you again. Please subscribe to Ruffles and Rainboots for more crafty fun.